Welcome back to 60 Minutes. 13 hostages remain inside the Lindt Café. They've now been held at gunpoint for more than 12 hours. No one has escaped since 5 p.m. The gunman is still refusing to talk with negotiators, and now calls to the media have stopped. Any hope has given way to despair as the hostages brace for the end. It's getting late. Everyone is tired. But the gunman is on edge. He's expecting a police assault. Fear is rising.
Knowing that you're about to die is kind of hard. The desperation you feel, the fear. You lose hope. Thinking about your family outside. Thinking that there's nothing you can do to get yourself out. It was very hard.
In what is an ominous sign, just after midnight, Monis allows a select few to make a phone call to their families. You made the call to your mum. What did you say to her?
I said, "Hi, Mum." And she said, "Hi, darling." And she sounded empty. And I said, "Mum, it's not looking very good. You know what to do? You do understand what I'm saying, Mum?" "Yes, darling."
Just hearing it was so heartbreaking enough. It was like poison in the heart, hearing other people talk to their families and say their last goodbyes. Just remember, always remember that.
Terrible calls.
Absolutely, just hearing that, you break down.
And terrifying at the same time that this means something.
Yeah, this means, what's he gonna do after this? Is he gonna execute us?
Knowing that this could end very badly.
I remember sitting down and I sort of had a sense of calm. I started to be grateful for my family, for my partner, and my friends, and the fact that I know that maybe I won't be able to have this baby. I was very grateful that I was able to experience the pure love and happiness of being pregnant. So at that time, I remember thinking, if he shoots me, as long as I don't feel it or see it coming, I'd be okay with it.
Hope is almost gone. There's a feeling amongst the hostages the gunman is now in countdown. But suddenly, a new threat to their lives.
Tell them to turn off the lights.
The streetlights in Martin Place are irritating Monis, and he wants them off now.
Tell them, Selena. They must turn off the lights. Tell them now.
Leaned over to me and he said, "I have to kill one person." And I just saw Jared leaning down, his legs straight out, Fiona on the chair, Harriet and Joel, Katrina right in front of me, and Marcia just crying. And it was very dark. And I thought, you're going to put this in my hands? You're asking me? You're saying this to me?
I'm sorry, he was asking you to decide who he should kill.
He said, "I need to kill one person." I couldn't believe it. So I went to the corner, took my phone, called 000. And I said, "Hi, I'm Selena Winpay. I'm one of the hostages. He wants the lights out. Can you please switch these lights off?"
And then 10 minutes went by, and obviously the lights aren't off. And we're trying to postpone him. He goes, why aren't the lights off?
Within seconds of that, up, 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 up. And it was me he was going to shoot.
Come.
And he made me stand right in front of the Lindt doors, and I was just standing there. And I could feel the gun here and here. And I thought, Christ, this is how I'm going to see my father.
Suddenly, Monis changes his mind.
And he grabbed me by my neck and he was pushing me towards the storage room. And he pressed me against the storage room inside door. And he had the gun here. And I just remember thinking, oh my God, and he was starting to breathe really heavily. And he just looked at me and I said, please, brother, please, please don't shoot me. Please, please don't shoot me. I only have my mum. Please don't shoot me. He looked me straight in the eyes and he said, you have 15 minutes. And I thought, 15 minutes?
So he's given you 15 minutes to do what?
To have the lights switched off or I'm going to die. If time had not moved so quickly, I think he was going to do more to me.
What do you mean by that?
I felt he was going to shoot me, but the way he had me positioned against the wall with the gun, I thought he was going to do something bad to me physically. But everything moved so quickly.
At that very moment, Fiona comes back from the bathroom. But Monis, who now appears completely unhinged, grabs her too.
So I remember just seeing Fiona in front, Selena on the back of him, just walking to the first corridor. So,
Human shields again?
Yeah, human shields, front and back, you know, a gun to Fiona's back. And
Before I knew it, Fiona and I were moved to the very side door. It turned out to be an exit door and some sort of room with boxes everywhere, like boxes.
The storage room is at the back of the cafe, next to the kitchen. And the fire exit that leads off it is the escape route that Paolo used many hours earlier. The gunman is worried police will storm through that door.
And that's when he told me to stack the boxes because he thought they would be able to get in through, you know, the fire exit door. So he at that point, he was extremely paranoid.
For those further back in the cafe, the gunman is in the storeroom and now completely out of sight.
We could hear it sounded like boxes being shuffled at the back. It wasn't that long, they weren't there for long, but to us it felt like forever. Because Jared was already standing next to the unlocked door.
And so he left this main room, which he had never done before. He never left us behind. And I just looked over and everyone was looking at me because they all know that the side door's open.
Close by are Julie Taylor, the lawyer who is also pregnant, and Westpac IT workers, Vishwa Kant Ankareddy and Pushpendu Ghosh.
so I'm just kind of looking at everybody, you know, looking at Marciela, looked at Katrina, looked at Jared, looked at Harriet.
I just said, we're going, I'm going to go get help.
Going!
And so I pushed on this back door and I just ran out the back.
And I was just like, well, not without me. I'm coming along as well. And I remember just grabbing Harriet.
But I hesitated because my last image was with the gun to Fiona's head. That was my last image of her, and I was scared for her.
Going!
But when the door was pushed open, without even thinking, I just ran.
The most terrifying run of your life.
It was.
So everyone started running towards the door, and I think a glass drops.
a glass or something just smashed, and it made this big bang. And then the gunman, he yells,
What was that?
and then everything just slows down.
And then there was a noise outside. So he, like, ran out.
Before I knew it, we turned and I was either thrown or pushed and I just fell. I don't know what happened to Fiona.
Jared is out through the doors and into the adjoining lobby. Martin Place and Freedom is on the other side of the sliding glass doors.
And I put my fingers between them to like pry it open because it's not opening. And I realize it's not gonna open. And so I look over my shoulder for the emergency button. And I like look over my shoulder and I just slam this button.
As we were running, he came running out and he started shooting at us. We heard a shot. Being halfway to the door when he'd shot at us, I swear I could feel pellets flying past my ears. I think the exit sign above us was shot. It was just destroyed and it just fell. I remember hearing this massive noise.
And you just see this shatter of glass. And he'd obviously shot at the door that we'd all run through at us all.
Your heart is racing.
Racing, absolutely. And I remember yelling like, he's coming after us.
Because he thought the gunman had chased us with this gun. And so I was like, I need to run really wide because if he's chasing us, there's two police standing against the wall. They'll just shoot him as we run past.
We were running and Harriet stumbled and I remember just picking her up and saying, come on, we have to go, And we just ran out, just running for our lives. And seeing all the police there, and we just put our hands up saying, don't shoot, don't shoot. It's just a natural instinct. Just put your arms up.
11 hostages are now out, but there are still 7 left inside. Selena Winpay, Fiona Ma, Louisa and Robin Hope, Marcia McHale, Katrina Dawson, and Tori Johnson. Coming up,
I jumped into the office.
Fiona and Selena try to hide,
Squishing myself flat, just completely flat.
but Louisa and Robin
I looked up and they were all gone.
are hopelessly exposed.
This is one of those moments, and if I'm going to die, I'm going to die here on the floor.
That's next on 60 Minutes.